morning and welcome, friends. Tonight we are making what sounds to be a very delicious chicken Parmesan casserole. Yeah. Probably gonna serve it with like some mashed potatoes or maybe some rice, not real sure yet, but we'll figure that out. All I've done so far is just put the chicken in a Ziploc bag, and I want it to marinate all day, so it's pretty early right now, and obviously we will be making this for dinner, so I want to get it marinating in something really yummy beforehand. So let's get to it. Okay, so like I said, I just have put this in the bag, and I'm adding a couple of splashes of just regular old ranch. I don't really know how much. I just want it to cover the chicken pretty good. So we got a ranch. I typically season literally everything with this. It is so good if you haven't tried it. The blend by Kinder's, I get mine at either Sam's or Costco. Gonna add quite a bit of that in there. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic. And then this, if you have not tried this, oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm probably gonna add like most of what's left, honestly. There's some big clumps in there, so we're just gonna add all of that. Okay, and just gonna seal that up and work it in there a little bit, get those clumps broken up, and just make sure this chicken is very well seasoned. Okay, I'm just gonna pop that back in the fridge, and then I'll meet you here in the kitchen tonight. It's dinner time now. Everybody's home from school, and we gotta make dinner, so we gotta preheat the oven at 375. So let's do that first. Yep, 375. Okay, so I just have this chicken that I was marinating, and I'm gonna cut it up into pieces and put it in my casserole dish. The ingredients and like how much I use down in the description box below, but this mixture is just 1 tub of Greek yogurt, and then I also added sour cream to that just so I could have equal measurements, and then we also added some Parmesan cheese and just some seasoning. You want to stir that up really well, and then you just douse your chicken in it. It makes a really good creamy sauce, and you can season it any way you like. I just put more of the blend in there. So that's just going in the oven, 375. I put it in there for 20 minutes. While that was cooking, I just made this breadcrumb topping, and it's just panko breadcrumbs. I had the already seasoned one, so that's the one I used. And then you want to add just some Ritz crackers into that mixture. It is super, super good. I highly recommend this. The only thing that I would suggest next time when I make it, I will be adding some drizzled like melted butter on top. I think that would make it so much better. So once that cooked for the full 20 minutes, I just took it out and sprinkled that mixture in the bowl on top. And like I said, I would definitely add some melted butter on top next time, and that would make it even more delicious. So I did just pop that back in the oven for about 10 more minutes, just so that the breadcrumbs could get a little crispy. And the melted butter, I feel like, is probably key on this, because once the crumbs did mix in with like the juice from the ranch and the chicken, that it was much better. But you can see when I scoop it out here in a second, it looks kind of dusty, and so that's why I think that the butter is probably crucial to this meal. It was very delicious though, and I will make this again. Good afternoon. We are having another delicious dinner tonight. I'm gonna make a concoction of sorts to end up with a chicken quesadilla, and it just sounds so creamy and like amazing. So I'm really excited for this. So let's get started cooking. She'll figure it out.
Mom, it's a boy.
It's got a girl voice. I thought that little clip was so funny. My daughter talking about our Robo vacuum, so I had to include that. We call our robot vacuum Wally, but it does have a girl voice to it. So whenever she's stuck on something, it alerts us and it's a girl voice. So it was just funny. But anyways, to this dinner, to this chicken, I added a thing of Greek yogurt. That just kind of really makes it creamy. I did let that go for like a couple of hours, and to that I added what was left of this taco seasoning packet and some taco sauce, just to give it some really good flavor and make sure it's really good and seasoned. Once you let that sit for a while, I just started cutting it up right into the pan, so that I didn't have to like get a cutting board out and, deal with all the mess. I hate touching raw chicken, so if I can avoid it, I do. Once your meat is fully cooked, you want to just transfer that to a bowl and set it aside, and then you want to start assembling your tortillas. You can put whatever toppings you want in there, and I found it best to put the cheese and like we did black beans, just put that on one side and then put your chicken on the other and flip the side with your toppings, and that is what I found to be the easiest. These turned out so good, so delicious. I'll definitely make these again, and maybe even put some kind of sauce in the middle. My husband suggested that, and I think that is a great idea. Maybe some like Taco Bell chipotle sauce would be good, but these were delicious. Okay, tonight's dinner is really easy, super simple. We just have some ground meat browning up over here, and you want to season it like you would like a hamburger. So I'm going to use some of this Cavender's. And then also my favorite seasoning, which is the Kinder's, the blend. I think I've used it the past three dinners, so you know it's a favorite. Okay, so while that is browning up, I'm gonna make a little sauce. So it's like a tablespoon of ketchup, like a tablespoon of mayonnaise, but I don't even know if we have a tablespoon left. Like a teaspoon of mustard, just like out of all my condiments. It says to use some kind of Cajun seasoning, so I'm using this Slap Your Mama. This is pretty good. That's really good, actually. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one for my husband because he doesn't like pickle juice. You know what, actually, I think I'm just gonna make more. I'm not even gonna add the pickle juice. You can add pickle juice if you want, but I'm good on pickle juice because I'm gonna put pickles in mine. Okay, we're out of on this one. Okay, I found another one. Okay, sorry it's so dark, but now what you want to do is just take your meat and put it on your tortilla, just as much as you want. And then apart from the sauce, you're gonna put whatever toppings you would want. So like I'm just gonna do pickles. And then you wanna put a cheese stick inside. And we're gonna put this in the air fryer at 380 for like 4 minutes. Also, I'm just gonna spray mine with a little bit of cooking spray. And I'm gonna place mine seam down in here. They literally come out perfect. Got like the perfect like crispness, I guess you could say. This and the sauce is gonna be so good. Something I want to mention on these are they were a little bit dry for the meat, but we used deer meat and it was super lean. If you used a good blend of hamburger meat, you probably wouldn't have that problem, but that's just what we had, so that's what I used. But also I think it would help if you put some of that sauce in the tortilla, and it would still turn out really great. We loved it, but that is a modification we would make. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen this week. We love these recipes and hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment so we can chat down below. Give this one a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all.